We are live.
It's good to be back, baby. What's going on, everybody? Whoa, tomorrow is the last day of 2024. In my opinion, the last day of an era. Like, for those of you who don't know, watching on the fitness YouTubes, this is normally a current events / political podcast, but
right.
Due to popular demand from Twitter or X, we are actually going to pivot and occasionally maybe make it a weekly thing, do a fitness podcast. The chat is open. We'll do our best to get to all your questions. So this is where we talk about stuff that X has no idea about, but those of you following our fitness channels probably do. We talk about the gossip going on in fitness, which is what the views are for. I do videos till I turn blue in the face about like reps for muscle growth. Nobody cares. But if I do a video about Cali Muscle almost going blind because he painted his eyes blue or something, tattooed his eyes, like that'll get like 1 million views and everything else gets like 100 views. So this will be a good mix of Alan and I talking about what got us here in the first place, and that's fitness.
Yeah, that's right. I'm very happy about it because here's the deal. We started this at the beginning of the year because, election year, and it's not like we're not going to talk about politics because the thing is we are heavily involved in trying to get people healthy. And for some reason, that has become political. I have no idea how the fuck that happened. It is so weird, but it became political. So we are forced to talk about it and, basically combat stupid, ridiculous statements that are said by both people on our side and on the other side, basically. Mark and I are kind of like our own side. We're just kind of back to back fucking swinging. But so it's important that we really point out like the pros and cons of a lot of the fitness people. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of fitness people that I personally don't like. I know, huge shock to everybody, but that I think their content is amazing. Like, I don't think me and Greg Doucette are ever going to hold hands and walk in the park, but I think his content's been fucking spot on and amazing, Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Greg would like show up and want to go walking in the park holding hands. I don't know. I don't know if I'd be into that, but it would be interesting. It would be interesting.
Yeah, that would be cute. I think so. So the thing about fitness is it's such a great space that, like any other space, like political grifters and fitness grifters, I believe came before political grifters. I believe we invented grifting. That's what we do. Yeah. That is what we do. That's what we do best. Yeah. And so within the industry, you have people who have become proliferated throughout the industry. Basically hopping onto whatever's hot at the moment, just for clicks. Some of them go just for rage bait, as it's called on X. Some of them just come up with really stupid stuff to keep the engagement going on their YouTubes. And so where this ties in, there in fitness, there's also the manosphere, right? The make money bitches type guys. And there you have the Wes Watsons, you have the Cali Muscles, you have this group of people who are essentially conflating fitness and financial freedom, which I am the first one to tell you, I wouldn't be anywhere near where I am in life right now if it wasn't for fitness giving me the mindset, the energy, and everything it's given me to be able to excel in business. So fitness should be a part of anybody's lifestyle. Like, you should have, whether you like running triathlons, whether you like lifting weights, whether you like doing ballet, everybody should be fit. But like we have on X in politics, you have this manosphere with the Tates and those guys. We have an equally weird and sometimes toxic part of fitness, which is also the money muscle type grift. And for me, it's gotten out of control, where basically now you have guys who are, I would say, romanticizing just deleterious behavior, basically ex-cons, telling people how to be men. And I don't think it's good, but there's this new guy on the scene. His name's Wes Watson. And apparently he lied about how long he was in prison. That's besides the point. He went to prison. Good enough for me.
How would anybody do that? Why? That's always, they all seem to like, it's like how when you meet somebody, you meet somebody that was a Marine Corps, they were all recon. Like, they were all force recon. Like, every person that you meet was in the Navy is always Navy SEALs. Like, when they get a camera in front of them, they embellish so much. Like, you bitches realize that going to prison means you're stupid, right? Like, you fucking got caught doing something. Like, it's so weird. I don't get it. I don't get it. And don't get me wrong. If you made mistakes and paid for it, great. That's absolutely great. But don't romanticize like you were in. I mean, it's very weird, very strange.
Prison. It's like, okay. Mac Truck's the funny side. I ain't never been to prison. I'm the realest motherfucker. Like, Mac didn't get like,
yeah. Our friend Mac Truck is an actual bad motherfucker, you know, and he's like, well, I don't get caught. That's why, you know, like,
yeah, don't get caught.
It's very strange. Like, but that
not only are you a bad influencer, but you're a bad criminal. Like, you failed at crime. like you failed at crime. Like, oh my God, this thing is too much. And then everything's a fucking joke. Like, everything is fake. Their cars are rented. Their houses they don't own. It's all one big facade until it blows up. You remember, what was that guy with the fake weights? Brad Castleberry. Like, he owns a supplement brand. He's this, he's that. Turns out he didn't own any of a supplement brand, much like Cali Muscle. Cali Muscle never owned all those cars. He got them all taken away from him. His credit score is lower than his IQ, single digits. So it's like, dude, it's like, bro, like, but for some reason, people are gullible. This guy, Wes Watson's charging, like, I don't know if this is real, if it's just part of his grift, faking it till he makes it or doesn't make it at all or gets arrested again. But he's charging like $30,000 for coaching, for a life coach. You're going to hire an ex-con as a life coach? That's like hiring Tess Holiday as a diet coach. Like, what the fuck?
It is.
Like, what are you doing?
So goddamn true.
I mean, goodness gracious.
And the worst part about it, this whole thing, dude, if these guys would have just been like, hey, I made these mistakes. Here's what I learned about it. And here's what you should not do. Don't ever do these things. Let's try to live on the up and up. But instead, these guys are getting merchandise made that looks like prison uniforms and fucking wearing it around and glamorizing like they all were shot collars. Each one of them was somehow a shot collar. Like, Cali Muscle like stole like $500, and that's why he went to jail the first time. He said it on one of his lives for some reason. He needed books or something like that because he was going to fucking college on a football scholarship. But
was he really going to college on a football scholarship?
That's what he claims. I mean, he also claims a lot of other shit. The only thing he doesn't claim is being involved in gay porn.
What is his real name? Because Cali Muscle then is his porn name, Chuck Basher. What is Cali Muscle's real name? Because we can look this up easily. Like, you could look up my high school football records, right? Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm wondering, what is Cali Muscle's real name? That's a good question.
Yes, I don't know.
Yeah, here it is. It is Chuck Kirkendall.
Chuck
Kirkendall. It's a very gangster name. It sounds, that's a white name. That's a very white name.
That's a white
Chuck Kirkendall.
Maybe that's why he dyed his eyes to look like mine. You know, like because
no, there's an offensive tackle in 2022 for Fresno. Let me see, Chuck Kirkendall. Let's see, high school. Let's try high school. And I'm sure he's my age, so that'd be 1996.
And by the way, Chuck Kirkendall and Wes and any of his associates, if you guys are watching this and getting all upset, just say something in the chat. We'll send you the link and you can join us. So,
I'm not seeing anything for Chuck Kirkendall playing any kind of football. Huh.
Oh, typical. I mean, most of his life is like smoke and mirrors. But that's the thing, and it's the same thing as with like all the manosphere guys that are on X and on TikTok's even worse. TikTok, these guys talk about like how like they're men of high quality and women should be buying them dinners and shit like that. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you guys, it's so weird, man. Like, I am so happy that I'm happily married and like have been married a long time. I could not deal with the fucking dating scene right now. But
I mean, it would be tough. But my question is, before we get to the funny YouTube, we're already, guys, by the way, youtube.com/evening rants is where we're at every Monday through Thursday. But for the fitness episodes, we'll put it across platforms because we're not going to talk about things that'll get us banned, which we do on evening rants. If they kick that channel off, we're like, whatever.
Yeah.
But and also when it gets a bit spicy, we take it off of YouTube and go straight to the Rumble. But yeah, it's really quite funny, dude. Like, where do you meet women now? Like, I'd imagine the gym would be where you would meet women, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where else are you going to meet women?
Imagine.
The grocery store? I mean, work. I'd imagine work. If you work somewhere where you have something in common, right? Like, let's say you're in marketing and there's another lady your age in marketing department at your office that, you know, I think that would work. I don't know. Where do you guys in the chat? Where do you find mates? Mates. Where do you find like dates? Like, where do you find women? That's a good question. I don't know. I'm just going to keep mine here and hopefully not fuck that up.
Where do you find the people you want to breed with? So
yeah, where do you find the breeders? Where do you find the breeding women, the wide hips? Like I'm gonna find a Mormon woman with hip. Did you ever? What was that movie? Oh shit, that movie where it's a Mormon guy and he's laughing at this girl and he's like, "What are you laughing at?" Ha! With hips like that, she could have maybe 2-3 kids max. I forgot. Oh, what was that movie? Yeah, you got to find a good Mormon lady with wide hips. That's who you breed.
Good Mormon lady. Yeah.
Or Amish, like Amish.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because then you know. Yeah. Well, they get a dowry and stuff like that too when you marry them, and then you get to grow like a.
Kashina, she met hers online, but there are tons of singles at the gym. Yeah, I see. I think online would be a thing. I was reading like an X post, and it's this woman who's a matchmaker, and she's supposedly big on Instagram. And she's saying that she's having trouble matching men with women over 28 because men all think they should be with girls in their early 20s, no matter how old they are, which I believe it biologically makes sense. Like they're fertile, right? They're supple.
But a lot of that, like these dudes that we're talking about, they're a lot of the reason why young men think this way.
Yes.
They all think that, like, because here's the thing. I'm not saying that Callie, Big Boy, and West, I'm not saying they don't try hard, they don't work out hard. I'm not saying that they
look great.
I'm not saying that they don't have like it, right? Like, you know, like that thing where they can push themselves harder than the average. By the way, folks, that's the difference between like fitness professionals and just people that go to the gym, is that we just push ourselves. Like what we consider a normal workout would bury most people. Right?
Yes.
Like, and our hard ones are people just can't keep up. And that's not to toot our own horns. It was honestly how I like realized when I first got into YouTube and the fitness stuff. I was still a healthcare executive, and I went to Mark's gym at Tiger Fitness, and I worked out with somebody that worked there who was also on YouTube. And I was like, oh, so the only difference is he just works out harder than me. That's it. So I just started fucking working out harder. And we're here now, you know. But
yeah, there's definitely a level to training. When I trained at Kai Green, that guy, and you're like, oh man, it's all no. Like we were both on. We were both not natural, and that was very hard. That was a very hard workout. Like he is an absolute monster, like an animal.
Yeah, I heard he's a beast.
And we trained for 3 hours, Alan. 3 hours. The guy was taking snack breaks. He was like, hold on, I need to eat a meal. So he'd take like 5 minutes, eat, and then come back and train. Like he didn't just eat a meal. It was weird. It was the weirdest thing ever. I was like, holy shit, dude, this is that level. This is why I look like shit. This is why I look like shit.
Mark does that all the time. He says, this is why I look like shit. Meanwhile, he walks around like 6% body fat. His fucking chest, it looks like you have implants almost sometimes. It's fucking huge. And like his quads are like bigger than his quads are bigger than my fucking waist, right? And he's like, I look like shit. I'm like, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
But there's levels, and then you stand next to Kai Green. And you're like, what the fuck is this thing? Yeah. Like, on what planet did this gentleman come from? And he's the nicest guy, complete gentleman, now, you know? And you're like, what the fuck?
Now, if you could have done it, because you have certain like physiological limitations. One is that the mess you have in your stomach prevents you from eating the amount of food that they normally have.
I don't think there's enough food that'll make me look like Kai. And I think it's also, and not to open up this can of worms, but I just don't take the doses they do, man. It's just, I'm just not I never felt like taking that risk. I mean, the biggest risk I took was 2013, and that would have been like an appetizer for their cycles, you know? And I'm not saying that if I took drugs, I'd still be nothing. I'd probably be, if I took their steroids, I'd probably be 15 pounds heavier. And that's a lot. Gotcha. That puts me at like 240 on stage. But it's still, I'm not Kai Green. I don't have the insertions. My biceps, I have a long bicep attachment. You know, there's just a lot of inefficiencies in my genetic outlay. And he's just, again, God just made him a better bodybuilder. And sometimes you just got to concede that your genetics are going to be your limiting factor. Same reason why, you know, if you give me a guy, let's say you come to our youth performance facility, a guy runs a 5.3, we might be able to get him down to a 4.7, but he's not going to run a 4.3, right? Like the guy who runs a 4.3 came to us at like a 4.6. We corrected some things, made him stronger, made him more explosive. So again, there's relative. Like I'm not going to take a guy who's a natural 5 flat in the 40. I'll get him to like a 4.7, 4.6, but I'm not going to make him Michael Vick in his prime. Right. You know what I mean? Like it's not, we have a guy who ran a 4, he ran a 4.3, right? William ran a 4.3, but he came to us at like a 4.6, 4.5. So that was fine. That's not that big of a deal. But if he came to us at a 5.1, like, hey man, I want her a 4.2. I'm like, yeah, and I want Carrie Underwood to dance for me naked. Two things that aren't going to happen this week. You know, it's like, it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. But I like the Wes Watson thing is fascinating to me because I get called a hater. So what I like to do on my YouTube, I'm at that age where I like to point out where people are scamming people and not to listen to them because, again, we've all been gullible. Like I've fallen for shit before. So if there's this guy out there saying he's going to make you millions of dollars by buying his, first of all, who the fuck can afford, if you can afford $40,000 for someone to coach you, you don't need a life coach. Like $40,000, you put that shit in Bitcoin, just let it sit. Just let it sit. It'll do more for you than Wes Watson will. It'll do more for you than I will. If you paid me $40,000, I'd be like, cool. $2,000 is what I'm probably worth. The other 38, I'll consider that an early Christmas gift. Like,
it's a tip. It's my tip.
I mean, that's a hefty tip.
If somebody pays me $40,000, I'm going to be like, you know, there's not nudes involved in this, right? So.
If you pay me $40,000, I'm going to third base, bro. Like I'm going on. I might even let you have the whole thing. I mean, holy shit. I mean, I look at but who has, okay, the average American cannot afford, actually 85% now of Americans can't afford an unexpected $600 bill, period. They can't afford it. Who the fuck has $40,000 sitting in their bank account? I mean, what normal American has that? How big is his market? And also, like, if that's his market, if this guy doesn't own a house, like, I don't even think he has $40,000 sitting around.
Yeah, something's not making sense. I mean, he's been on a mutual friend of ours, Johnny Bravo's radar for a little while now. All three of these guys, right? Good on. And John is first of all, and I've for the people on my fitness channel, you guys have seen me review one of his videos before. He is a fabulous filmmaker. Like, I mean, like, oh my God. When I say film, like every time he posts a video, the editing and like just the lens work and stuff like that, it's always just fucking amazing. But yeah, you know, he's on these guys exposing the fact that like there's no material substance backing their words, you know, like, and I mean, these guys are challenging people to like pull up and fight. Like, here's the thing, man, I'm going to talk shit. If you don't like it, come find me. But I'm not putting my fists up. If you show up at my house to fucking have words with me about the words I've had about you, I hope that your fucking family has their church clothes ready because that's where they're going to be seeing you next. We're old school.
Look, man, I don't have the energy to fight somebody. Well, I'm going to stand my ground. No. I'm in Tennessee, bro. The pew-pew's coming out. I'm pew-pewing the hell out of you.
Yeah. If you fly on a plane to come fucking confront me, that is going to be, I hope you got first class. I hope you fucking got the meal. I hope you took a limo over here because you should enjoy every fucking last second you got.
I'm not fighting you, bro. I'm gonna let you hit me and then I'm gonna sue you. I'm not hiding from anybody. I'm just saying I'm not fighting anybody.
No.
Like, I'll defend myself if I have to, but I really don't want to. I'm at the point in my life where look, man, Alan and I have been punched in the face a lot. And we're done.
Look at this. Look at it. Just fucking look at it. Of course I've been hit in the face.
We are retired from that shit, bro. We ain't getting hit in the face. You crazy. So here's a video I have of Wes basically asking people to fight him. Like, he's like, pull up. And then he gives the address. Now, this poor Jim, right? They're just trying to run an operation, a business. They have this ex-convict with who ex-convict tough guy coming in, and he's like literally saying, come up to your gym and make it unsafe. I would honestly, like, I own gyms. I'd revoke his membership immediately. I'd be like, dude, you're out. Like, it's not worth it because the fitness industry doesn't pay. Dude, I guarantee you, my gym in Franklin, Tennessee, they don't know who this guy is. They don't care. They're just average Americans just trying to get a little better looking, trying to not die, trying to make some gains. That's it. Right. Like, normal gym goers don't know about YouTube fitness. They don't fucking care. They just don't care. Yeah. I mean, so this is a fascinating, this is him calling, this is from John Bravo. So I'm pulling this off John Bravo. By the way, this is me shouting out John Bravo, not just stealing his shit. But anyway, here, he edited this so we don't have to. Thank you, John.
Yeah. You swear there's going to be an issue about telling gym people or anything? Follow me out.
Look at the angling.
Follow me out of the gym. Why are you telling people to do that? Why are you telling people to do this?
It will just be me, and I will serve you pussies.
I would like to be served some pussies. That'd be great.
I mean, that sounds like a good offer.
That is he made me an offer I couldn't refuse.
So bad, it'll be the worst thing you ever did.
I wanted to have fight training, or is his training just being in prison? Because
he does talk a lot about booty holes, so I know there's some training involved with booty holes.
So if Jake Shields said this, Jake could kill me. Jake could literally. Have you seen Jake Shields' ears?
Yes.
Don't first of all,
anybody with ears like that.
The reason I'm not afraid of Wes Watson is because his ears are in perfect shape. His ears are perfect, perfect ears. Yeah. Jake Shields has his ears look like they've been run through a garbage disposal and then scarred over twice. I mean, don't fight Jake Shields. That's the one advice I have for anybody, no matter if you don't like his anti-Semitic talk, you don't like how he said, look, sometimes just got to go, you know what? I agree. I don't like the Jews either. Just agree with him. Just appease the man. Okay, Wes, let's go.
Straight up.
Remember.
Oh, God. Okay, that's all he had to say. Oh, do you have the gym part where the guy pulled up on him, or you want me to run that real quick?
No, let's run that real quick. I'm trying to find out how old this motherfucker is.
I think he's 40. So basically, this dude, he says someone pulled up him in the gym, right? Which is hilarious. So anyway, let's go to this.
Let me guess, he called the cops.
Actually happened.
Well, you guys started warming up on leg day, and somebody pulled up.
That's a lie.
That he did legs?
that he warmed up on leg day, especially. That's a lie.
And it didn't go the way they wanted it to go. You'll probably see the details later, but cops are still here. They're figuring out what the situation is and go from there. I mean, the whole thing it was self-defense, clear as day. I was sitting down on a bench. Dude came up. He's about 7 foot.
7 foot tall. My man got attacked by fucking Shaquille O'Neal. He was 7 foot. 7 foot. Oh my God. Seven, he was 7 foot. He got attacked by fucking Sasquatch. 7 foot tall.
Oh my God, that's awesome. 7 feet tall.
And big ass dude. And just wanted to start a fight. So it is what it is.
Now we know.
He was 7 foot tall. Guy got attacked by Sasquatch. Oh my God.
So what happened? Like, did he call the cops on the guy? Did he beat up the guy? I'm sure he beat. Like, I don't know. Whatever. First of all, here's my thing. Nobody show up at anybody's gym to fight them. That's stupid as fuck.
That's just dumb. Don't do that.
You're damn near as dumb as these motherfuckers, for real. Like, these guys are like, you want to talk shit? Pull up. What? Just talk shit. What the fuck are they gonna do? Like, that's why when the last video I made, Big Boy was like, you keep that same energy, or what? Like, or what? Like, it's words. If you bitches let words hurt you, you are some weak pussy ass shit. Like, for real. These guys are all fucking tied up about shit talking about them. What the fuck, man? Me and Mark make harsher jokes about each other and ourselves than anybody makes about these fuckers, and they're all bent out of shape.
I don't understand it. So the funniest part about this story, and this is, I'm pulling up a Greg Doucette video. Much shout out. If you guys don't follow Greg Doucette, he's like one of the biggest. He's a great guy. He and I have actually become friends, which is great. So the 7-foot guy, I'll let Greg tell you this. Greg does a better job than me saying about. Okay, Greg.
Oh, I didn't see this.
Oh, you did it? Okay.
No.
Greg does a great job. Okay, Greg.
Who exactly did this? Was it in fact a 7-foot monster? The Loch Ness monster.
He has a pew-pew.
Oh, my cold.
The Loch Ness monster.
A squawk. Bigfoot.
Oh my God. I didn't even realize we used the same Sasquatch comment. Oh God. Greg, can you let me borrow your editors? Because these guys are amazing.
Was it a mountain of a man? Was it in fact the mountain?
Don't hurt me. I fucking can't anymore. I quit life.
No.
The guy who went up to him, he was very tall. It probably wasn't 7 foot tall, monster like Wes is saying, right? But do you know what he was? I said, what? What is he? He goes, he's special ed.
It was a guy with special needs.
You got to talk about retarded guy. A really large retarded guy.
he's bragging about fighting a retarded guy.
He really want to fight. Dude, you beat up like fucking Lenny from Mice and Men. Does anybody get that reference? Do you know Mice and Men?
I do.
Okay.
Well, I had to.
Well, okay, hold on. Before you get going, I just have a little self-brag. Okay, guys, I usually don't brag about this, but hold on. Guess who played Lenny in the high school's Mice and Men play, his sophomore year of high school?
Nice.
That's right. I got to kill a rabbit and I got to kill a woman, all in the same play.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. I was the best Lenny ever. But George, what about the rabbits, George? And then like I'm petting the rabbit, I break the rabbit's neck. And then like there was this like girl and I was like rubbing her hair and then I pretend broke her neck. It was awesome. Well, I had talent.
We just aged ourselves. Bitch, I'm gonna be 54 soon. I'm very happy about it.
I'm 44.
I didn't think I was gonna make it to 54. So I'm fucking super happy. Like if I would have met my wife when I did, I would have never made it out of my fucking 30s. So
sorry I interrupted you. I had to really self-brag on that Mice and Men.
But this is why we have to it pains me to be lumped in with these people. Like it just pains me like somehow or another, like Callie Muscle and Wes Watson are in technically the same genre I'm in. That fucking is just intellectually insulting on so many fucking levels. I can't even stand it.
So many levels. I mean, it's Wes Watson is fascinating because I didn't know this guy existed till he just like John started doing stuff, and I'm like, what's going on? But what I see, like, I know Mac Truck's gotten involved, and apparently, like Big Boy. Again, I'm neutral on Big Boy. A few of my friends like him. So I'm like, whatever. And people got mad at me for saying I don't have any opinion on Big Boy. As far as I'm concerned, he's a big, strong, and very imposing and talented individual, right? Like
Yeah.
Cali Muscle is a piece of shit. Wes Watson, from what I can tell, is just a scam artist. So those are two things that I don't like. Like, I don't know enough about Big Boy. I know that Mac Truck, who's a good friend of mine, like I would ride for Mac Truck. Mac Truck's getting in a fight. I'm jumping in on his side, 100%.
All right.
Not gonna flinch. But Mac Truck said that Big Boy sent somebody up to beat him up or rough him up or something. And you do not want to pull up on Mac Truck, bro. Just don't want to do that. Look, as someone who's known Mac for years, we were enemies, then we became really good friends. Not enemies, we just talk shit about each other like gentlemen. Never threatened to beat each other up because he's not gonna, why does he want to fight? But dude, don't pull up on Mac Truck, bro. Like, don't pull up on Mac Truck. And so he pulled up on Mac Truck. I was like, but yeah, so apparently they have beef now, and everybody's like, the LA Fit Expo is coming up and they're all going to be there, but it's like, what's going to happen? Mac Truck did a video like, I'm not doing anything. Like, Mac Truck's like, guys, he's like, I ain't fighting nobody at a fitness expo. You guys crazy? What are you doing?
Though. I mean, what are these guys thinking? Like, it's just dumb. Like,
no, what happens is the persona just takes them over, and nobody gives them any feedback, right? Like, they only hear the people who like them. So they channel out all criticism, and then all the criticism, just they're haters. They're haters. They discount the criticism. And so basically their ego just grows and grows. I guarantee you, these people, they were fed so much into themselves that it created this monster, this self-absorbed, narcissistic, monstrous personification of themselves. And here they are. So it's crazy to see. And I have seen Joey Stacks. I think he's a fascinating individual. I have nothing against Joey. I saw he pulled a knife on Big Boy at a hotel or something. That looked staged to me. Like, first of all,
so staged.
Why? So, okay, they had camera angles, right? They had different angles of the camera. And it's like, why you pull a knife, homie? Why you pull a knife, homie? It's like, okay, now, it's been a while since I rolled up in the streets, okay? And again, like Mac Truck and me, we both have, look, man, I'm not a gangster. I might have had my shit as a youth, but man, I've been in situations. You don't do that shit on camera if you're a legit gangster. Gangsters
That's what I'm saying.
Film that shit. Gangsters do that shit where nobody can see, so there's no evidence. And if that really happened, like, there would have been charges filed by the hotel. Like,
that's what I think too.
It was all fake. That was all a staged thing to get more views. And props to them. They got views. Why you pull a knife, homie? Why you pull a knife? Bro, you're 40. Not everybody's a homie. Like, dude, you're 40. You're 40.
One of the reaction channels is talking about how he's not really even Mexican. He's like 10% Mexican.
Who, Joey?
No, Big Boy.
So apparently, correct me if I'm wrong. He
grew up in like a nice neighborhood with rich parents and shit. So,
well, if you're a white guy and you get enough tattoos, that automatically makes you Mexican. I heard that's a thing.
Well,
what's up, Vato? What's up?
La raza. La raza.
I'm gonna get Thug Life right across my chest.
Yeah. That's a
right.
big billboard for you.
I love it. Thug Life, like Tupac Shaker. It's going to be awesome. Dude, but
Tupac Shaker.
The reason we talk about this is, number one, yes, it's clickbait. Dude, people want to fucking see it. I can show you my views, guys. Like, it's like 10 times the views of what I get talking about shit that people should want to hear about. No, people want to hear drama. So number one is, if I didn't do them, my channel would die. Number two, and I like to have a channel because I have a lot of cool shit that'll help people reach their goals. Right. And that's what Greg Doucette's argument is. People, clickbait. He's like, yeah, but I literally, like, he'll do a video on Mike Israetel being retarded or something, right? And I love Mike Israetel. Yeah. I'm not stating that at all. Mike's a good friend of mine, been in his house, love the guy. They have a feud. And that's cool. I can be friends with both of them, right? I don't have to choose sides. Yeah. But then he'll sneak in like some information about his ideas of how to make gains, and it'll actually be somewhat educational. So you have to combine entertainment and information, or else nobody's going to watch it. Look, guys, I just filmed 4 segments with Fox, right? And it's health segments, but they're sandwiched in between shit about like the environment and the weather. And they're not just like, hey, here's Mark talking about fitness. No, we're going to give you this information that'll help you reach your goals. But first we have to get you to watch. And we're going to do that by talking about this fucking volcano, right? Or something that's going to get people's attention.
Did you see that there's a volcano that they're saying is going to erupt off the California coast this year?
I did see that. I didn't know if that was going to fit with fitness, but I think it does. Because Washington
definitely fits with ADHD. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So apparently there's a in the ocean, right? Like it's in the ocean.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so the volcano would cause a tsunami, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And that will wipe out Oregon. And well, I mean, it would get rid of their drug problem.
Oh, clean everything out. That's true.
I'm an optimist.
I mean, my worry is that like the volcano goes off, sets off the fault, and we have friends that live over there, so it's like
I got a whole house over there, man. I don't want that going away.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Look, man. Here's the thing. Like, what was Joe Rogan saying? Mother Nature doesn't give a fuck. Like, dude, when the earth decides it's time for you to go, it's time for you to go. We're like, dude, I grew up in California when we had the Northridge earthquake. And that's when I realized that the earth doesn't give a fuck. Like, I lived in Canoga Park at the time, which was right by Northridge. It's literally a city bordering Northridge. And dude, I remember like, I'm there with my golden retriever and my mom was giving my brother a ride to school. I was home alone and I didn't know what the fuck to do. I dove under the table and I was trying to get my fucking dog under the table. He wouldn't go. And you just see the house just move inside. You're like, what the fuck? And then it stops.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's cool. And then like 10 minutes later, an aftershock hits. You're like, what the fuck? And and then you look outside and dude, Northridge took like 20 years to rebuild. People don't realize that. So like for years of my life, I'm looking at this rubble of earth saying, fuck you people. And that was my awakening to that when earth decides, like with that tsunami that hit was at Japan, like when Mother Nature decides that time, like you got to realize the earth is formed by tectonic plates. This shit is malleable and we're just here until the earth tells us to fuck off.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. It's because nature's a motherfucker. It's like nature does not fuck around like at all about shit. Look at the water rising in places like when it's time, and it's unpredictable. That's why most meteorologists, it's like 50% chance of rain. Dude, that's a coin flip, bitch. Like you don't know shit.
No,
like, stop that.
No, dude, it was this whole week they got the rain wrong. It's like, 0% chance of rain. Cool, I'll go walk my dogs. God damn it. Next thing you know, I'm coming home. It's a wet t-shirt contest. My dogs are fucking soaked. They fucking stink now.
So, moving on to other things that might stink or rot or whatever. And here's reality. Like, I just want everybody to get healthy, right?
Yes.
And we are a very fat country. Some people on my channel might be familiar with me saying that. But I also just think that we should absolutely take a better approach about how we're going to lose weight as a people, because the idea is to get healthy, not get thin. Okay. The idea is to get healthy, not thin. Right now, people just want to get thin and they don't care if it costs them their health. And that is a huge issue for me. These GLP-1 medications, and if you use them and have had no problems and you've lost a ton of weight, fucking great. Great for you. No shit. But I can honestly fucking say that I have known a lot of people via my coaching and stuff like that have not done well on these medications. The average weight loss for 4 years, according to Wegovy's own data, is 10%. So $60,000 to lose 10% body mass and all these side effects. That's just not, that doesn't make sense to me, okay? And it's not because we make supplements that could easily compete or beat these things. In my opinion, of course, I'm not making a claim, I'm just my opinion. But there's all these things coming out, like around the globe right now. Ozempic and Wegovy, semaglutide, and trizepatide are being investigated for things like causing suicidal ideation, which, by the way, is literally on the danger statement for the Wegovy on the Wegovy site. Like, it's on the Wegovy site to look out for anxiety, depression, and suicidal ideation. You know, like, and there's that. There's the pancreatitis. We're finding out that it might cause heart muscle deterioration, which is insane. And now we're finding out that it might cause your eyes to rot.
This is nuts. Yeah. So health regulators in Europe will investigate whether Ozempic and other dude, come on, Daily Mail. You're worse than my personal vlog. Run that shit through Grammarly, bro. And other weight loss drugs cause blindness. Several studies have now linked the shots to a condition that blocks blood flow to the nerves of the eye, causing vision loss. Harvard doctors began investigating Novo Nordisk's blockbuster drug. You could trust Novo Nordisk. Of course, if the FDA, if the WHO and CDC says so, we definitely agree with it because they're never wrong, which is officially approved for diabetes treatment in 2023 after 3 patients taking the drug were diagnosed with the condition in 1 week. Their findings published in July warned that Ozempic may be linked to a 2-fold increase in cases of anterior ischemic optic neuropathy. Say that twice fast. Then earlier this month, 2 studies out of Denmark, where Ozempic's maker is based, found a similar connection. That prompted the Danish government to investigate and initiate a request with the EU. They said the new studies reinforce the suspicion and may hold new important information that should be assessed. NAION occurs in blood. Thank you for doing the acronym. When blood flow gets cut off to the nerve that connects the eye to the brain, interrupting the connection and making someone blind. It's unclear how semaglutide may raise these risks because it mainly works to limit hormones that control hunger. Blah, blah, blah. Several patients have reported a number of unexpected side effects. Black box warning for Ozempic include that it may increase the risk of developing thyroid tumors. Also, warns about the risk of developing stomach paralysis, which can lead to nausea, vomiting, and malnutrition. By the way, Dr. Ovadia, who we had on Evening Rants, his opinion is that the only reason this stuff works is it makes you too nauseous to want to eat.
Yes.
Roughly 6% of the Americans who are currently using some form of the drug, representing more than 15 million people. Wow. Wow. I didn't know this. Sexual dysfunction. Could that be from the obscenely low calories, Alan, or malnourishment? So hair loss and sexual dysfunction, I think, could be simple malnourishment. What is your opinion on that? Because I would rather be fat than not have my penis work.
When you're shitting uncontrollably, it's normally hard to get an erection.
Now you tell me.
I wasn't ready for that.
Unless you're Vince McMahon.
Right. Oh,
did you get that joke? Did you get the joke?
Yes, I did. Fucking. Okay. I got it. I wish I didn't, but I got it. But I do think you're right, though. I think all kidding aside, I do think that it is. They just go so low calorically. And I mean, a lot of these people, like a lot of people that are on these medications, like the ones that do lose weight, they lose weight in such a way that they normally have to have their gallbladder taken out. I've known people, I've had people come to me and want to get off the drug after they've lost 100 pounds. And I've had people that have been on the drug for 2 years come to me and want to get off the drug because they've lost no weight. There's very little, very, very, very little consistency, because what people don't understand is, even in the initial testing for Ozempic, Wegovy, it was like after 68 weeks, the average weight loss was 14%. 68 weeks, 14%. That sucks. I'm just going to say that straight up.
It does.
The brag is something that I would be fucking ashamed of. If I charge somebody $1,500 a goddamn month, they better be able to lose more than 14% of their body mass.
Yeah.
In fucking 68 weeks. You know, but beyond that. It's just not that much. So for the way averages work, and this is just math, people, but I realized that I lived through 2020 when most of you motherfuckers forgot how to do math. So I'm just going to explain it. For 14%, that means for every person that loses 50% or 40%, there are people that either don't lose weight or gain weight. And if there's nobody that gains weight and they just don't lose weight, that's actually a larger proportion of the people that take it versus the people that lose 100 pounds, because the average is 14%. So it's just simple math when it comes out to it. I have yet to see where I know for some people that it's worth it, but they have to stay on it. And that is my biggest thing. There's no long-term safety data. And I know people are like, well, this drug's been around a long time, but we have not given it to a mass amount of the population indefinitely. Like, we're telling them they need to stay on it. And that's a big fucking problem to me. Like, we've gotten to the stage now where it's like, people are just like, they're ready to be on pharmaceuticals forever. And that's a very bad way. They say most people on these things that, like, they say, the studies say that most people that go off gain most of the weight back, but a high percentage of them gain even more back. And because, just like you pointed out, they have hyperplasia of fat cells. You know, like they're creating more fat cells.
Yeah, I mean, that's still preliminary data, just for full disclosure. Like, that's rodent data, but rodent data was good enough for safety data. So I mean, 6 rats.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
Can't talk about that on YouTube.
True. We just pushed it there a little bit right there. So
yeah, they don't know. We don't know what we're talking about. We're just talking about rats. No, they were mice. They were mice.
All these opposed to taking Ozempic say I love it. That was very fucking good.
Well, very good. Very good. Very well done.
That's very good. Very good.
Golf clap. There you go.
Yes, very good.
Wow. You know, all right. I think the Ozempic thing is, for me, it's just, is the juice worth the squeeze, right? And I've never had a client who, I don't understand. Again, I lack empathy, because I've always been a guy who's like, fuck, I just won't eat. I'll be hungry. You know, I have willpower. I know some people don't, but there's gotta be a better way for lifestyle intervention. And if it, excuse me, if it does indeed cause hyperplasia of fat cells, for those who don't know what that is essentially your body creating more fat cells. So when you do gain the weight back, there will be more fat cells, so you'll get even fatter. So think of it like if you have 5 fat cells, it can only get so big. If you have 10 fat cells, it get twice as big. Okay, so that's hyperplasia. Hypertrophy is the growth of a cell. Hyperplasia is division of the cell. So what really scares me is we don't know. And it just seems like lately we've been doing a lot of we don't know on large populations of people, and we just don't know. And then the thing is, we get like accused of being like anti-science and QAnon and conspiracy theorists, all this crap, when we're not even saying anything. We're just saying, hey, can we just have more data? Well, trust the experts. I'm like, well, are the experts reading the same data we're reading? Because if they have access to data we don't have, we would love to see this data. Well, they have a degree. Does it increase reading comprehension? Because reading studies is not that hard. I mean, I literally live by studies. It's how I design supplements. So I'm like, can we just have a little bit more long-term safety data, and can we just learn more about it? And then they're like, oh, you don't need more. And what I don't understand is, like, scientists like Jeff Nippert and this Dr. Nadolsky guy, like, they're like, no, it's totally safe. I'm like, well, there's no long-term studies. I'm like, can we have long-term studies before we're just, and they're not giving it. So in my opinion, if you're morbidly, I'm talking like my 600-pound LIFO, morbidly obese. Yeah. Give them whatever it takes, right? Whatever it takes. But they're giving it, like, if you look at this article, let me pull it back up. I mean, I want to show you something that I breezed over earlier. This chick right here, Real Housewives of New Jersey star Dolores Catania, admitted to using Ozempic to lose weight for the 6 weeks ahead of the Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion. Bro, she's not morbidly obese. She's just using it to lose 5 pounds. Do a little extra cardio. Like, what the hell?
The video I did earlier today on Ozempic was how Gen Z is opting to just use the drug instead of working out, right? And most of the people that are considering using it, first of all, they're talking about 25% of the population. Just so everybody understands, 25% of the population going on this drug, that raises our total healthcare burden $1.5 trillion a year. Without losing that much weight to the point where they're going to be healthier, they're probably going to be less healthy. But like, it's like 19 pounds, bro. Like they're like 19, 20 pounds. It's like, well, I want to lose 20 pounds, so I'm going to go on it. Like, fucking, are you serious? Like, how low expectation, how fucking lazy must you be? 19 goddamn pounds oh my God, I gotta check that. But 19 fucking pounds to go on a medication that costs $1,500 a month to your insurance and might cause you to have pancreatitis or your eyeballs rot out is just insanity. Like it's insanity.
I get it, but what happened to fat? What happened to body positivity? I thought everybody was just happy being fat. Now all the people who are like fat body positive are taking Ozempic. It's like, you were just lazy. Like, look,
you were just lazy.
I mean, look, dude, fat loss is something that but you know what Ozempic, I just tweeted this today. Ozempic taught us that it's always been calories in, calories out. It's not like DNP. Like, DNP is extremely deadly. Don't use it, right? DNP literally uncouples ATP and well, it basically cooks you from the inside out. It burns fat, right?
Yeah.
Whereas it's an uncoupler. And I'm not going to explain the science behind it. Just realize, don't take it. You'll fucking die. But it's not doing something like DNP where it's just actually creating fat loss. It's just causing you to eat less. There's no more argument anymore that it's not calories in, calories out. So all your Dr. Jason Fungs and your calories don't matter, guys. Shut the fuck up. It does matter. Someone's like, well, it actually shows the opposite because it's actually altering a hormone. Yeah, it's making you eat less because you're nauseous.
Yeah.
That is not disproving my point at all. It isn't burning fat. Yes, it is hormones. It's your hunger hormones. So again, simply choosing better quality food, more satiating food, staying hydrated, what Alan talks about all the time, burning more calories through exercise, that could do all of this. Simply educating people on how to eat foods that are less calorically dense. I mean, look, these people who get fat, they're shoveling in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,000 calories a day.
Yep. And it's,
crazy.
I mean, it's not effort, but people don't start off eating 5,000 calories a day, but they just start building on it, and they just keep eating to excess. And there's a lot of people, and I'll be the first one to say, I deal with this a lot in my coaching. There's a lot of people that are just very, very, very addicted to food, or they have binge eating, like I have binge eating disorder, but they are very addicted to food, very addicted to the ultra palatable, high processed food products. And it's another reason why, these foods are made to be addictive, but that's also another reason why the mainstream media is going after the MAHA movement, which is a great segue, I thought. So
that was wonderful. This is from High Intensity Health. This guy's great.
If you are not, follow him. No shit.
He's smart. I like him. I've been watching him since the 2020 days. He was one of the ones who first was on our team. He was team adjunct. He was parallel to us. He probably has no idea who the fuck we are, but we like him.
Right.
So again, smart guy. I like a lot what he says. Some of the stuff, like, again, it's like, I don't agree with everything he said. I don't agree with everything I say. I'll change my mind next week. So of course I don't agree with everything he says, but he gets a lot right. And so, I mean, we'll go into the intro. I think that'll give us a good segue into what we're talking about.
New York Magazine released a thinly disguised hit piece on the Make America Healthy Again movement. Let's break it down. I think this is really fascinating because right on the cover, the picture that you see is children drinking fresh raw milk. And as you know, the mainstream media are politicizing all aspects of health and nutrition, from food dyes to fluoridated water and now raw milk. Everything has become political.
Fluoridated water, don't even get me fucking started on why they're putting fluoride in the water. It's a neurotoxin. It's a neurotoxin. Well, it's very small dose. Yeah, but what if you drink a gallon of water a day? You wash your food in it. Like, you're getting a hefty dose of something that builds up in your body, by the way. There's a reason why they do the massive fluoride treatment on your teeth at the dentist. And never again, like once every 6 months, because that shit ain't good, man. It's just not
good for you.
No.
Why is this a political thing? This should not be a partisan issue. Making people healthy should not be political, but they really do not like RFK. And of course, they do not like Donald Trump and anyone that he supports or wants to appoint to different positions of power, like Jay Bhattacharya, I think is amazing. He will be fantastic at the NIH. But here we go. This New York Magazine article it's really actually it's part egregious and part entertaining. I'm not sure which one. I kind of vacillate between the two. So the title is What is MAHA? How wellness culture with legitimate concerns and some conspiratorial beliefs became a movement poised to take Washington.
Conspiratorial beliefs. So believing that fluoride shouldn't be in drinking water is conspiratorial. There's plenty of data to support that we should not be adding this to our water. There's plenty of data. There's more data than I can even cite about fluoride toxicity. Like this shouldn't, I've been yelling this for the last 10 years. I actually have videos on this very channel, the Tiger Fitness channel. Why the hell is there fluoride in our water? And it's not a conspiracy. It's legit science. Aren't we supposed to trust the science? But why are they purposely sprinkling this shit in our water? That's like me sprinkling my chicken with arsenic. Like, why is it there?
Right.
Really interesting. So this is a 7-part series. There's an introduction. There's this is my favorite part. Okay. This is the intellectual godparent section. And they go on and trash Linus Pauling. In case you've been living under a rock for the past 50 years, Linus Pauling is arguably one of the most recognized biochemists of our lifetime. He has passed away, of course, but as many of you know, he has contributed immensely to nutritional biochemistry, has been involved in the discovery of different chemical bonds, has been well known for his work with vitamin C and other micronutrients as they are related to genetic polymorphisms, and has done a lot of great work, a Nobel Prize laureate. And there's an institute, the Pauling Institute, based after his work. I believe that Rhonda Patrick had him on a show, or one of his, assistants or something. Anyway, they go on and talk about how he has set the stage for this wellness to conspiratorial pipeline. They also really start to pick on some regenerative agricultural farmers and so forth.
I mean, I'm glad he has it kind of hyperlinked. So addressing processed foods and obesity. What's this one?
So this is just really interesting. They're trying to discredit your political opponents to create the illusion that their messages are invalid. And that's really what we saw all throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. And we're starting to see this now as well.
He said the words, damn it. By the way, YouTube, we do not agree with him using that word in negative connotation. It was handled perfectly. Everything the WHO and CDC does is infallible, and they are never wrong. Yep. Please do not demonetize.
I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't wait. I'm going to listen to everything they say, and you should too. Mm-hmm. Everybody.
Absolutely.
But,
100%.
Many of these faces, many of these people are put out really good information. Marty McCary, for example, excellent information. They're even going after Bernie Sanders because he's no longer politically useful for them. So it's just very interesting. It's really sad.
Anti-Semites, all of them, anti-Semitic, going after the Jew.
Going after the Jew.
Did Candace Owens write this? Is Jake Shields behind this?
How these institutions, just once you're not useful for their political agenda, you're just basically a nothing to them, and they really try to smear these people. And I don't know why. And
oh shit, fluoride. Let's go to this.
They just in this they say that they actually say RFK Jr. is right that polyfluoroalkyls have been found in everything from our food to water to clothes, cleaning products, and dental floss. Oh, wow. So he actually is right on this. Interesting. But they still trash him. Okay. Ultra processed foods. The MAHA movement says ultra processed foods are key drivers of obesity and diabetes, particularly in children. Yes, they are. I mean,
they are.
Why are we even arguing this? This is insane. They talk about the V words, the immunizations. I'm not even going to get into that because of the platform. Yeah. I think many people have good reason to be at least modestly skeptical and more vigilant about those substances. Moving on, fluoridated water. They quote, they say the CDC says water fluoridation, which began in the 1950s, prevents cavities and tooth decay. High levels of fluoride exposure over long periods of time can potentially lead to skeletal fluorosis, but the levels in water are much, much lower.
But over time, they're not saying it happens in one fucking glass of water. Over time.
And just to point this out, Most people don't drink water anymore. Most people drink fucking soda or fucking something like that they buy. But very
Sody
few people
pops.
actually drink water, you know?
Oh my God.
Oh, really? Are they? Well, it turns out that research from independent groups in the city of San Francisco, there was a recent local court case on this, found that fluoride is linked with a reduction in IQ in children. This stuff is in the water. Most people can't afford or don't know that they should be filtering their water. So they're drinking municipal water that's loaded with fluoride. Systemic fluoridation of water does not impact the teeth. My friends, if you want to have fluoride, buy fluoridated toothpaste. Don't drink fluoridated water. Get a water filter. Food dyes.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
why am I ingesting shit for my teeth? Like, when do I drink water? I'm not like, no, it's going straight down my mouth. It's going straight through my throat.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
I didn't realize it was since the 50s. Like, that's fucking crazy.
I heard that it's because fluoride is a byproduct of something, and they're using it because they're making money on it. So, I mean, I gotta find that. I'm gonna try ChatGPT on that. But I believe that, and I might have to use Grok for that one. Why is there fluoride in? I wonder what ChatGPT, the drinking.
Fluoride is a byproduct of aluminum, steel, cement, phosphate, nuclear
There you
weapons
go.
manufacturing, according to 2018 article. Big business lucked out by convincing local municipalities to buy the fluoride byproduct off them for cheap. Now they have an easy solution to offload the extra fluoride and get paid for it. Fertilizer production. Some activists oppose fluoridation, claims that fluoride in water is a byproduct or a waste product of fertilizer production. However, this claim is disputed by proponents of fluoridation who argue that fluoride is a natural mineral that dissolves into the groundwater, and it's also comes from phosphate rock mining too.
Is that from Grok?
No, that's actually that's from Brave.
Okay, because ChatGPT is basically like, it's all good, bro. It's all good.
No, that's
let me have a conversation with my AI bot here. What is the real financial reason for this? Please be honest. See, I'm friends with my ChatGPT. Let's see. Here we go. Cost savings for public health systems. Oh no, here it is. Fluoride compounds used in such as fluorosilicic acid, are byproducts of phosphate, fertilizer, aluminum, and steel industries. Instead of treating these compounds as toxic waste, which requires costly disposal, they are sold to municipalities as a public health products. This creates a revenue stream for industries that would otherwise face expensive environmental cleanup regulations. Oh my God, dude. ChatGPT with the slam dunk. There it is.
That's wild.
There it is. Wow.
That's wild. So basically it keeps these companies in business by selling the byproduct poison. Good. Totally understandable.
Okay. Look
Jesus,
look at what we've looked. Sleep and muscle growth. What is a casserole? These are things I've ChatGPT that my family has. Best time.
Fat
Christmas.
dude eating.
Fat dude. Who did fat Mormons and Christmas celebration? Baking with collagen. Why is Christmas celebrated? What the hell are my kids looking up on this? I'm okay with those searches. I want to see the picture of the fat guy eating.
Yeah. Let's click on it.
Fat duty. We are fucked up in this household, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh my God. Yeah. So ChatGPT, guys, you heard it from AI. Okay. I said, so here's what I asked it. I was like, so AI gave me this bullshit, right? They gave me bullshit.
Yep.
And then my question was, what is the real, all caps, real financial reason for this? Please be honest. And and corporate interests tied to industrial byproducts. This is ChatGPT.
Wow.
This is Chat GPT, bro. Wow.
It's not something you would think, like that's crazy.
They're just doing it. They're poisoning us to save money and create a revenue stream. So they don't have to dispose of it because it costs money. That's why. That's insanity. Why are we not? We should be revolting in the street right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's horrible.
We should be having pitchforks and torches and all that shit for that. That is crazy.
Well, hang
on.
Most
advanced AI. Oh my God.
There was something else.
That's wild. Oh, you know what? I did not expect to see that.
There was something else I forgot that we were across all of our YouTube channels. It is about the doctor from 2020. Oh no. And we can talk about it tomorrow. So we're leaving that off.
Yeah. That one we got to be careful with because, because YouTube is looking out for the best interests of everybody. And
absolutely.
They're looking out for your own good because you're obviously too stupid to look out for your own good. So they have to look out for it for you. So that's why we got to kind of pussyfoot around the YouTubes. So are we live on Christmas Eve? I have nothing going on.
New Year's Eve, I was thinking no.
Christmas.
New Year's Day.
New Year's Day is just a normal day. New Year's Eve, I think. We're gonna watch movies or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not like we go out. I'll be in bed by 9:45. I mean.
Oh yeah, I'll be dead ass asleep by 9:30, 10. Dead.
No, I couldn't even make it through the election, bro. I waited till it was like, it looks like he's gonna win. Okay, cool. That's good enough for me. Then I woke up at like the next morning at like 4:30. I'm like, all right, that's awesome. MAGA. Yeah, let's go.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah. So it's we're not going to see you guys before the new year, and this is a great way to end it. If you do like us going live on the fitness stuff, let us know. Comment on whatever channel. We're on like 20 different things right now. A lot of people watching across all the platforms, Rumble and all that stuff. Did y'all see the Wes Watson fight? It's floating around. Hey, can you link that here, dude? We'll play that to end this. Everything automotive. Do you have the link? We'll give you like a minute because we're old, man. We just got done eating at Denny's, the early bird special. And
Olive Garden tomorrow, baby. Olive Garden tomorrow.
Dude, that is some white people food, man.
Wes Watson. That is some old white people.
Oh man. So I'm not. Let me see. Is he? Are you gonna link it, bro? You can't tease us like this, Dr. Chad Dickens.
Okay, I am.
Frank Marquez. What's up, OGs? He must know you're Mexican from the tattoos. By the way, guys, if you're just tuning in, the biggest discovery of the night is that if you get enough twos as a white guy, you are officially Mexican.
Oh shit!
Oh, it's there.
It's 10 seconds, but still.
As long as I last, let's go.
Wes Watson beats up mentally handicapped man who's not fighting back.
Oh God.
This dude could go to fucking jail for this. He's in California, isn't he? Or is he? He's in Miami.
He's in Florida. He's in Florida.
Okay. Smart move there, buddy.
Yeah, smart move. Good job there.
Yeah.
Oh, we got it. What a way to end the day. I haven't seen this. This is really, my ADHD is going wild right now.
Damn it! Give me a second. I gotta move this over. I gotta port it. Port it over.
Port it.
I'm porting it. I'm porting it. There it is.
Oh, come on. You can do it.
I got it. It's on Reddit, so that means it's Reddit. Totally fucking. That means it's totally legit. By the way, here we go.
Oh my God.
First of all, dude's not 7 feet tall.
No, if he was on his knees at 7 feet.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not even good fighting style.
And my thing is like, it's just still done. Like, so you're kicking, like, here's video evidence, by the way, of you're kicking this dude when he's down. You're going to jail, bro.
Yeah, that's beyond self-defense.
You're going to jail, bro. I hope you enjoyed it. I know that he fucking really, really, really enjoys talking about men's booty holes. You're gonna get to see some more.
Well, that's
Wes
a great way to we end the year with, dude. So the one time we did the fight special, we got taken off of YouTube for that one. It got kicked off. So
yeah.
But this wasn't a fight. This is a current event.
This is a current event.
Oh my God. Well, he's not going to jail for that. I mean,
I don't know, man. He was. If there's video evidence of him kneeing and kicking somebody when they're down, and the person's mentally handicapped, Miami PD already cleared him, dude. It's been 10 hours or something like that. That's not. I understand you might be like happy about it. West beat the brakes off a mentally handicapped dude. Come on, man. What the fuck?
I'm just gonna go find a short bus and get somebody while they're coming off.
What the fuck, man?
Go beat the shit out of them. Maybe I'll get his respect.
That doesn't make me respect him anymore at all. Like, I don't respect him at all to begin with.
Well, the first thing is, he said he was 7 foot tall. How do you know he's mentally handicapped? Well, I mean,
my God.
It's the news we have. And we will gladly, if he's not mentally, honestly.
It's what the video is literally titled, bro.
Anyone who goes to the gym to fight somebody has a bit of mental handicap in them.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems going on.
There's a little something. So on that note, guys, thank you, Everything Automotive, for the heads up on that one. And
thank you.
And God bless everybody. It's been a wonderful 2024. Glad you guys joined us. We're at episode 177.
77.
And that's damn near half a year. But we appreciate everybody here. And yeah, we really, really appreciate it. It's been a great year. And hopefully everybody has a great 2025 and prosperous and healthy. And yeah, we hope to see you guys here next year.
Yeah, next year. We'll see you January 1st, guys. And I will take us out. Actually, Mark will take us out.
Let's talk about pre-workouts. See, a lot of them just get you spiked and then you crash. The crash is crazy. When I take a pre-workout, I don't want my heart beating out of my chest. I can't do a set to failure with that. No, I want something that gets me focused. I want my mind to just go, I'm going to get all the weight. I want my body to feel like I can go crush it, make the gains of my life. That's why the pre-workout I use is Ambrosia Kinetic. Ambrosia Kinetic is the greatest mushroom-enhanced mind and body performance booster pre-workout ever created. Go to tigerfitness.com now. That's tigerfitness.com. Coupon code MAHA, M-A-H-A, MAHA. MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. And you get 10% off, not just Kinetic, but the entire site. Go to tigerfitness.com now, save and make the gains you've been wanting.